Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here, and today guys, another video, and today guys, I'm going to be doing my rewatch thoughts of It Chapter 2, which I like doing these every once in a while, whenever like a big movie, comes out on Blu-ray, I like going back and rewatching it, seeing if my thoughts change, which sometimes they do. In the case of this movie, they did, change about some of the stuff I liked, and probably my overall rating, I would say, but, It Chapter 2, I did do an original review for that, and I'll put a little iCard link in the description for that, and also my Blu-ray unboxing, which I did recently, iCard link in the description. But It Chapter 2, this will contain spoilers if you guys haven't seen it, but I'm sure you've seen it by now. But in case you didn't know, the first, or the It from 2017, is probably like one of my favorite recent horror movies. That one's fantastic. I don't think whenever I reviewed that movie I was doing like ratings or whatever, but I think I'll probably give that movie like a 8.8 or something like that, like really close to a 9, but like that movie is fantastic. And I think when I originally reviewed It Chapter 2, I gave it like a 7 out of 10. And, my opinions have changed a little bit. I probably give It Chapter 2 about a little bit the same, probably a little bit higher, I would say, maybe like a 7.3 out of 10 or something like that. But, overall, though, this movie was really enjoyable. Now, one thing I did notice with my rewatch is this movie felt extremely long, a little too long, like a little too stretched out. But, people were claiming that when it first came out, but, my first viewing, I didn't really feel that. But on my second rewatch, I kind of really did, feel that length, because it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes, not including the credits. So, pretty long, but I guess we can go and get into some of the stuff, that I really enjoyed through my rewatch. And, first thing, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise is fantastic as always. Him, that little girl under the bleachers is terrifying. That whole opening scene with, the guy in the river and Pennywise, really creepy. Even like his final spider form is a million times better than the original miniseries, which, let's be honest, miniseries kind of sucks. But, it's pretty much just a giant spider Pennywise pretty much, which, I'm fine with, to be honest. But Bill Skarsgård is just great as always. And even, like, some of the adult cast of the losers I really liked. I really liked, Bill Hader as Richie. He was probably my favorite, to be honest. James McAvoy as Bill is also fantastic. And also, I don't really remember the actor that played adult Eddie, but he is, really surprising. He looks exactly like a grown-up Jack Dylan Grazer. And to be honest, they did really well for all of them, like, looking grown-up or whatever. But, of course, Stan gets shafted because, he kills himself or whatever, but the two I didn't really feel like completely felt like their kid characters was Beverly and Ben. I don't know. I didn't really feel like those were the the adult versions of that. And there's all those flashbacks of the kids, and you can tell like they digitally de-aged them, which that's kind of jarring. But we do get to see more monsters, different forms of it, I guess. Like you got the old lady, which that one's pretty cool. You got like Flamehead Beverly and a couple other stuff. But pretty much, they get called back to Derry by Mike because, Pennywise returns since, it's been 27 years now, and, they don't really remember till they get back to the town, but, and then they have to go off on their own little journey, collect, their, I guess, artifacts for this ritual called the Ritual of Chud, which, they had to perform to kill Pennywise, or supposedly went out later, the whole ritual's kind of a sham. But, I kind of have a theory on that, Bill's token or whatever was not really, his token or or not really his real sacrifice thing. Because if you really think about it, the way he got his was Pennywise gave it to him, and maybe that's why it didn't work. I don't know, just throwing that out there, but the whole part where, they're, collecting their tokens, some of that feels overly long and whatever, and some of the kid flashbacks feel unnecessary, but, there's a lot of enjoyable stuff in there. But one thing that's really kind of jarring, though, is, with Eddie, whenever he gets that monster he's get vomiting on, and just starts playing Angel in the Morning out of nowhere. I'm just like, okay. And, of course, you got, Henry Bowers, he somehow survived that, but it is really, really creepy whenever you see the, whole sewer flooding, and you see, like, all the kids' body parts, with him in it. That is extremely creepy, but Like I said, the whole third act is, I do keep with my original review. The whole third act is absolutely fantastic. I love the third act. Very emotional. With Eddie dying or whatever. But overall though, It Chapter 2 is definitely a worthy sequel. But I feel like whenever this movie came out though, people were just kind of like, yeah, it's good. Nothing really else. They were just kind of saying it's good. But if you put one and two together, like it's a really good I guess saga or whatever. But like I said, I'll probably give this movie probably now about like a 7.3. A little overly long, but overall pretty good. But anyway, guys, let me know down below what you guys think about It Chapter 2 and has your thoughts changed on it since, your first viewing. But anyway, guys, check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.